first Nakshatra temple I'm visiting today is for Revati. The Kailasanathar coil is a special place for healing. By visiting this temple, it helps alleviate health issues and promotes vitality and positivity. Revati is associated with a female elephant, and something really cool that happened on this day was the last Nakshatra temple that we visited later on in the day was an experience of actually getting to be in the presence of one of these beautiful elephants. This is Varuna, the deity that rules over the star Revati, who grants safe passages for travelers and pilgrimages. These murtis for the Navagraha were large and quite detailed and accessible by being out in the open space between the pillars. We see the Nandi guarding Shiva, and next to the sanctum features a wall inscribed in Tamil. I really took my time here at this temple, extending the experience to really absorb the healing energy that it provided before leaving to the next temple, which isn't a Nakshatra temple, but it is a major temple for Lord Vishnu, and it's called the Sri Rangam in Trichy. The outside is already just so beautiful, and they have like sand to walk on. It's like almost like walking on a beach. And I've been told that it's the biggest temple complex in India, and you can easily get lost in here if you aren't with a group or with a guide. So I'm very thankful for it. The last temple I am visiting today is the Jambukeshwara temple for Swati Nakshatra. It represents the water element of the Pancha Mahabhuta, which is the 5 elements. You are actually able to see water flowing beneath the temple from inside.
Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow.
You know, today was rather an emotional day. I feel like it was also quite an intense day at these temples. Not running on so much sleep, but I still feel this positive energy, and it really kept me going throughout the day, and that was really, really nice. The second temple that we went to was a Vishnu temple. I tried to go see this reclining Vishnu at a very old temple, and I was not granted permission to enter because I was not able to prove that I am a Hindu. I am an astrologer. I've been studying astrology, but I'm not born into Hinduism, and I guess I need some sort of verification or some certificate from an organization like ISKCON or what have you. So unfortunately, I was not able to see the Vishnu at this temple. So when we arrived at the Sri Rangam, really beautiful temple on the outside, but when we went in as a group, even though we had already arranged a special ceremony on the inside and sort of had a pre-approval when we got there, the official at the gate was kind of on one, and he didn't allow us entry unless you really looked Indian and you had darker skin. You were not permitted to go. So that's the criteria of them, I guess, discerning whether or not you are a true Hindu, is if you are an Indian. So yeah, that was disappointing because a lot of us are very serious about our studies and we're going on this temple's pilgrimage, and it would have been really great for us to be permitted to go because we are serious and we're not just tourists, right? So unfortunately, we weren't able to go. I felt very upset about that, and I did my own processing, and I feel like it really added to the emotional energy of the day. The moon was with K2 today, and so it was just one of like a kind of an emotional draining, to be honest. The upside was that it was very healing today. And I did feel a lot of release with this energy today. So it's good. I'm glad that we went to these temples. The last temple we went to was for the Swati Nakshatra Temple. And this was absolutely phenomenal. At this point, when I arrived, I was not in the best mood, also running on little sleep. So, you know, I was not in the best place to receive or be excited about it. But as I was experiencing and going into it and interacting with the priests and receiving the darshan of the gods and the goddesses, I really just felt an energy shift and starting to open up and almost like overwhelmed with gratitude. And at the very end of this temple pilgrimage was my absolute favorite part. And this is the part that I'm really excited to share with you. So on the way out, there was an elephant there, and a few temples here have elephants, and they're very well decorated and very well celebrated and well treated. And this elephant just seemed so magnificent. I love them in general. I am fascinated by them. I just want to stare at them because they're these almost like dinosaur type creatures, and they're these gentle giants that are just super intelligent, and it just really fascinates me, these creatures, these animals. There were no pictures allowed, unfortunately. Once the group moved through, there was just a couple of us at the end, and we were able to convince the keepers of the elephant there at the temple to please let us have a couple of photos, and I took us a short video clip. When we gave money to the elephant, elephant took it in its trunk and put it aside, and then it blessed you. So it put its trunk on your head, and I have like dried elephant goo on my hair, so I'm definitely gonna be washing it tonight. But it's all part of the experience, and it's all very beautiful. As I was leaving, saying goodbye in such a sweet tone, this elephant looked at me with these ancient eyes and just went it completely gestured this acknowledgement of thank you, goodbye. I just thought that was so amusing and so cool. So it made the whole day honestly worth it. Just that one moment that I had with this elephant. So I'm so glad I got to share that with you. And kind of recount my experience. Om Namah Shivaya.